saw and paused. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love and pride, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often mirrors appear, quick, ready from ear to ear. Craving and raining rain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose.
Yes, the truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark. It is Fantastic Friday, and I'm just glad that my birthday week is over, let's just say. I had a lot of fun this week. I want to thank everybody for taking me out to dinner and all the good things that happened starting last week. In Houston, seeing my little man and his mama, Sophia, and I appreciate you guys taking me to dinner and everything that happened while I was in Houston and then Oklahoma City after that, and ending last night with a fantastic dinner at Rococo's. That lobster was magnificent. I want to thank Bruce Reinhardt and his staff over at Rococo's for a fantastic night. It was delicious. And then, of course, my guy, Mark Long, I appreciate him for taking me out, him and his wife, Maya. So that being said, like I said, welcome everybody to today's show. I'm struggling a little bit, and thank God my guy, Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com is here to help guide me through today.
Good afternoon. It's Friday.
Bro, why are you so loud? Can we use your inside voice, man? Is that all possible?
I mean, I'm a weekend warrior. I can't keep up with you daytime drinkers.
Dude, it was not today. It was last night, bro. And the night
I mean,
before.
are you still celebrating your birthday? I mean, it's been about 10 days.
It was exactly.
I mean, you go the 5 days before and the 5 days after. Is that what you do?
I started Thursday night and I ended Thursday night. That's fair, right? And last night was good.
Sure.
That lobster last night, Drew. Oh my God! I see where y'all went to Orkarchi.
We did. It was good. Little fried chicken, cold beer. I don't know how good for me it was, but it was good.
I know exactly how you feel, man.
I'll know better next time I wear my some gym shorts or some sweatpants.
It was a little warm in there, was it?
It was warm and belly starts sticking out about halfway through that third piece of chicken.
Hey, man, I tell you, last night, man, I had their Caesar salad, and then we had that Rococo water, which is basically ranch water, if you know what that is, with tequila in it.
Oh, yeah.
Started out with that, and then had that big, huge lobster with corn on the cob.
I saw that
sausage.
thing. Good Lord, where'd they catch that thing at?
That thing was, dude, it was massive. It was massive. But it was really, really good. Enjoyed that. Then, of course, we went and got to saw our boy Gary Jones over at Cat.
Jones Automotive.
Yep,
for
Jones
all your car, boat, truck needs.
I told him that we're going to come do a remote at his place. He goes, when is that? You and Drew's been talking about that for a while, so we need to go do a remote at Jonesy's place.
Yeah, getting him tied down and doing things like tying Chad down to do something.
Oh, God. Well, then that tells you everything you need to know there. But anyway, I saw him and CJ last night. Had a cocktail. Of course, Cat was working last night at Cat's Tavern, and it was brutal, bro. It was brutal. Thank God I was not driving. That's all I can tell you.
Well,
man.
I mean, it probably takes you like 8 drinks to even get buzzed. I mean, you should be saturated with all this birthdaying you've been doing.
Dude, I will say that starting out with tequila with the ranch water probably helped expedite things. Let's just say it that way. And it went downhill really quickly. But I was good and full, and it took a while, but had a great time last night, enjoyed myself. Got to see Jonesy and CJ. I don't think CJ remembers seeing me, but he was
Well,
he was
I
CJ.
watched I watched possibly the worst NFL football game I've ever watched in my life, and then take a bad beat at the end of the game.
Dude, it was brutal.
I mean,
But
catch the ball. Why? I don't understand why the Chicago Bears can't figure out a quarterback draw. I mean, unbelievable.
Dude.
Why would you throw the ball 4 times inside the 5-yard line?
well, 2 of them were dropped.
They were dropped, but all you
They
got to do is get him outside the pocket, and he walks into the end zone.
I agree, but I think he's trying to be a pocket passer, trying to get
Which
away
he's
from
not.
that. He's not. He's a runner thrower, just like most of the athletic quarterbacks are today,
Yep.
including Russell Wilson. Get out of the pocket,
Yep.
do what you do. Quit trying to go, hey, let me
Well,
transform.
he breaks off a 55-yard run, gets it down the 4-yard line, and they decide not to run it again. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, no
I mean,
timeouts.
How the Chicago Bears coach keeps his job is unbelievable to me.
Defensive coordinator. They went offensive coordinator with Nagy, then they went back to defensive coordinator, and now this is what you get. But that game was terrible. It was horrible.
They outgained the Redskins by 200 yards and got beat.
Yeah, let me see. I got the stats right here. I was going to do that later, but we might as well just go ahead and go over it now since you have brought up that painful memory of what happened. It was painful, bro. I mean, it was absolutely painful watching that last night. I mean, it was actually brutal. And I can't even see.
It could be the worst game I've ever watched.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Let me see. Where's my NFL Thursday night? Okay, here we go. Okay, Drew. 12-7. Carson Wentz, 12 for 22 for 99 yards.
Yeah.
With no interceptions, got an INT, but he did not have one. Justin Fields, 14 for 27, 190 with the TD and an INT. And then first downs, the Bears outrushed them 20-14. Passing yards, 154-86, 238 to 128 as far as rushing yards are concerned. And then time of possession, 32-27. But it was terrible. That was
bad.
That was, but you remember you and I had talked about that. I was trying to tell you that, we were talking about how they started off with all the great games that were on the Thursday night schedule. And I told you, I said, there are some bums games coming up, and there's a couple more coming down the pike too. But that last night was just, Drew, it literally was one of the most painful games I've ever seen. I mean, is there anything?
It was bad.
Tell me something good. Tell me something good you got out of that game.
Oh, you just kept you in it the whole time because the spread was pick -1, so you just needed a winner, and then the Bears get it all the way down to the 4-yard line, and
They can't score.
then do what they do.
The Bears do what they did. What'd you say, Keith? He said the Carson Wentz block. that was the highlight of the night.
Yeah, that's about it.
That game was just, I mean, it really was painful. I mean, I just couldn't watch it. And I see that the Yankees are still 2-2. I did that, Drew. The Yankees still 2-2 in the 7th today.
Yeah.
So,
about 13 minutes till the champs play.
Yeah, I know that the Braves and the Phillies series tied 1-1, and it's going to be on FS1, 2:37 today. Did they pull it back? Is it 57? It had 2:37 earlier.
Got about 13 minutes.
Okay, well it was 2:37 earlier, so maybe they moved it back because of the Yankees and Yankees game. So we'll see what happens with that. But what are your feelings?
Of course, I mean, it's the Yankees.
What are your feelings about the Yankees and Guardians? It's about what we expected, isn't it? The Guardians were going to come back and do that.
After Drew Picks had the Guardians up today for +165.
Okay, well, we might as well go to Drew Henthorn of Husker Drew Picks. He had the Guardians +165, the Braves -155, and then, of course, Padres +120.
So the Braves are -113.
Oh, is that what it is?
You get a little more value. You get a little more value betting on the Braves today than you do the Phillies. Phillies are -105. So that's pretty much
the Braves
a pick 'em game.
The Braves are 113, Padres +120.
Padres are going to win one. It's tonight in San Diego.
You would think, huh? You would think they're going to beat the Braves tonight, don't you think?
Well, you would think. We'll see. I don't know. They got Fraser throwing Strider. He's coming off a pretty good rest, but he's coming off an oblique injury, so we're gonna see what he's got there. They're saying and on their chat lines that if they can get 2 to 3 innings out of Strider, that they're gonna come in with a bullpen game. So that can either be good or bad. I've been burned on the back end of the bullpen games. I've had them go well. So
Yeah, doing both, I would imagine, on that. You got Navy plus 13, UTSA and FIU over.
yeah, give me the midshipmen tonight against SMU. SMU's struggling. Navy looked like they kind of got it together last week. I think 13's too many.
Yeah, that is a lot.
How offense Navy plays, they'll slow it down. Try to run the ball, run the clock.
So, Tim, are you going to watch the University of Texas San Antonio and Florida International?
I'll have it on. I'll have it on the satellite TV.
You say, you have it on the satellite. Oh man,
I'll have it
oh,
up
man.
there.
Oh man, and then the Yankees still 2-2. We got to get that game, man. Something's got to happen with that. You know what I'm saying, Drew? Something's got to happen with that.
Now did you see? I don't know if you caught how the Yankees scored. They had it was Carlos Stanton was up and should have been ball 4, should have walked, end up calling a strike. Next pitch, he hits it out.
The same thing that happened in the Stros game. Was it the Stros or was it? Yeah, it was Stros or Dodgers. Which game was that? The night before last. Are you
This
there?
one was strike, and it should have been a ball. He should have walked. And next pitch, he bombed a 2-run home run in the first inning.
Yeah, well, all I know
the Yankees haven't done anything since.
Dude, it looked like a ball to me. That's all I know. It was a ball, man. Great call, Ump. That was a ball, man. If it's for my team, it was a ball. You hear me? Can you hear me, Drew? I'm losing you there.
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay, well, right now we're coming to you. Of course, today it is Fantastic Friday, and we are coming to you from Cutting Up Barbershop and Salon, 35 Northeast 36th Street. You can call 405-524-6100. And they are closed Sundays and Mondays and open Tuesday through Fridays, 9 to 6, and then, of course, 9 to 4 on Saturdays. You can ask for Keith, Lee, Sean, Chris, or Allison. I know Allison and Keith are the only two here at the moment. I know that. And Keith is riding really high right now, Drew, on his Braves. On his Niners. Can you hear me, Drew?
Yeah, I got you.
And we might as well do this. We didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. You and I have been talking about I needed to get the Matt and Drew power rankings. Okay,
yeah,
I've got
mine to you.
Yep, I've got the Chiefs 1, the Bills 2, the Niners 3. Man, I got your Niners in there.
You kissing up? You went to the barbershop today?
He hadn't cut my hair yet. The Ravens, Eagles, number 5. Buccaneers 6. Your Cowboys at 7. Vikings at 8. Bengals and Chargers. And, of course, you have the Bills, the Chiefs, the Buccaneers, the Ravens, the Eagles. You actually have we're almost atop, except you have the Buccaneers in and you don't have the Niners in there at all. Then, of course, you have the Chargers, the Cowboys, the Vikings, Packers, and Bengals. Keith said cut you off. Can you hear me? Yeah, you don't have the 49ers in there at all, which I'm surprised. How do you not have the 49ers in there?
They're easy to forget. Sorry about that.
You said 49ers are easy to forget?
Yeah.
He said hit the mute button on you, bro.
They're kind of like a glorified commander.
Oh man, but I see you got the Eagles in there at number 5. I have the Eagles at 5. That's a good thing.
Yeah, they're playing well. They're 5-0. I gotta give them their props.
And we both have the Cowboys at 7. I like that.
But the Eagles should have got beat last week, so I can't have them in the top 3.
Yeah, no, they're not in the top 3. I think that they're behind the Ravens. I think it's right on point. And we'll see what happens. You have the Packers in here. I do not. I'm just not a. I mean, they lost to the Giants.
Right.
I can't put them in there. I just can't. Sorry, I just can't. I can't put them in there. I just couldn't do it. And I have the Bengals. I think they're better than what people actually think they are. So I do have that. Keith, are you okay with these? Are you okay with these? He don't have the Niners in there. Of course, I do. I have you third. So, yeah, I think he said I need to strike yours out, man. That's what he.
Yeah,
He's rude.
I honestly, that's just a faux pas. I should have had the Niners. I'd have the Niners in there about 7 or 8. I wouldn't have them up 2. I wouldn't have them 3. I mean, I'm not smoking. So
Well, the
I
reason
mean,
why I have 3 is because that defense is just it's spectacular. That's why I have
because
them
you're
in there
getting
at
your
3.
haircut today. What you get your haircut today is why you have them at 3. Let's be honest.
Do you believe the Niners? What is your top? What is your top 5 at least? Oh, you have a power rankings? Well, Keith, I know the Niners ain't number 1, so don't lie and even say that. That is true. We're just trying to. I mean, you got to go week to week, put your teams in there. So here we go. Here he comes, Drew. Keith's got some.
It would matter. Now it don't matter. Then.
Oh, now, oh,
Isn't he
yeah.
glad that they didn't run out that North Dakota guy all year? Hell, they may not. They may be sitting there with the Commanders and the Bears if they were still playing
Oh
that guy.
God, yeah. He's got to. I mean, you got to know what you're going to get out of Trey, Drew. You got to play him. You know that. Come on now. You got to play Trey.
He won't be there in 2 years.
Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. Who do the Niners play this week anyway? Oh, they play Atlanta, but they'll kill Atlanta. Don't you get your Drew?
Watch out for the Falcons.
Okay, well, right now we're going to take the Chiefs. Right now we're going to take a quick break. We want to thank the people at Collaborative Logic. If you have any IT needs, these are the people that you need to holler at. They can streamline your business with custom software for you. Then you can call Mark Long over at SRB in the engineering, surveying, or planning. He is the guy to talk to, and they are the company. Oak Grove Trupping. By the way, Jose said he's got your T-shirt ordered. I talked to him.
Where is my shirt,
He said
Jose?
I saw him last night. He said he got your stuff ordered. It should be in any day. And then, of course,
Probably sitting in the front seat of that dump truck.
trucks, bro, trucks. Dump trucks. Then, of course, we would not be at Cutting Up if it wasn't for Y&B. Family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank that makes things happen.
Yes, they do. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, and of course, we would not be here for their support of black, minority, and women-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com if you have any commercial, personal needs of any kind for any loans. Those are the people.
Or
that you need to
go in
holler
there and see him in person. Go in there and ask for Joe Horn. Go in there and ask for Nathan Taylor. Sit down and talk a little shop, little Thunder basketball with Nathan. Ask for Carson. Carson for some golf tips. See why you're in there.
No. We're not asking Carson for golf tips, bro. We're not asking. No. Drew, you haven't seen me play, bro. You haven't seen me play.
I mean, he took my spot in the foursome, so he must be pretty good.
Yeah. Well, he's the one that picks the teams, Drew.
Right.
I mean, you know,
got you.
he's going to be on there, but we had a good time anyways with everything that happened. So next year, we'll make sure you're on the list, bro. How about that? Since you're actually in town now, we'll make sure that you're on the list and you're doing what you have to do. So,
well, I mean, if you say you're playing, then I'll have a spot because you'll no show, and then I'll be able to play for you. So
I always show up for that. I don't miss. It's for the bank. You know, our boy. I can't miss, Drew. You know that. And I actually go to bed and everything at night. I do not go out the night before. Yeah. I'll make sure that I'm ready. Because, you know, Randall, Randy Wright, boy, he'll be like, what are you doing? What's happening? What's the skill? So, hey, Now, speaking of the Thunder, next Wednesday, a week from this coming Wednesday is the first game. Where are you going to watch it at?
I don't know. We need to get something dialed in.
Well, we're going to do
Ed's is our Wednesday spot.
Yeah. Well, we'll be at Rococo's that day, and we could be at Ned's that night and do
Either
the
way.
post. We can do the
Yeah.
post game at Ned's. We can do
Yeah.
a post game at Ned, so we can always do that. So we'll see. And I'll talk to Ned and make sure that is cool because it is a Wednesday night, and they don't. I don't think they have any people there or like live music or anything going on Wednesday night. So I'll make sure that we do that. But we shall see what's going to happen with the Thunder. And by the way, next week, Drew, we're going to do all of our NBA stuff. So we're going to do our top NBA
I,
teams. All that stuff is going to be Monday. So we're going to do all that. So that gives you plenty of time to prep and get ready for the show on Monday so we can talk about the NBA teams and who you think is going to win and do our NBA power rankings and all of that. And by the way, what do you think about the Lakers talking about Russell coming off the bench and then
I like.
him standing on the sideline? Outside, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, that's just a disaster waiting to happen.
I mean, dude, what is that? I'm like, dude, you're a part of the team. They're paying you. Why are you not part of the huddle? What is that? He goes, I've always been like that. No, you haven't.
No, that's just him pouting.
I mean, nobody. I'm sorry your ego is fragile, and I'm sorry that it is what it is. But I mean, the best thing for him is coming off the bench so that he can get some shots up and score some points. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's if
Yeah,
Schroeder and them will pass him the ball.
he sure ain't playing well starting in the starting lineup.
No, God, no. Well, he doesn't fit. Where's he going to fit at with them?
Yeah,
I mean, really?
but they got a lot of guards too.
Well,
So it's I'm gonna see where he's gonna fit in. I mean, with Schrader and then and Beverly.
Bev.
I mean, those they play his position.
Well, I think that they're just going to get him out there and say, hey, score some points so we can trade you to somebody who will want him, which right now
Yep.
nobody does. I mean, but he should have did. He should have listened to his agent. If you're your agent for 15 years or 13 or whatever it is, he gives you advice. Shouldn't you listen to him, Drew? You know what I'm saying?
You'd think so.
You would
that's what you're paying for.
I mean, you would think that you listen to your agent and do the same thing that John Wall did. Take a pay cut, move on to another team. They'll give you a 2-year deal, and that'll more than make up for the money that you lost with the Lakers. I don't get it.
So, little FS1 update. There is a power outage in Philadelphia, and the game is delayed. Unbelievable,
Shocking,
dude.
huh?
This series is just. I mean, get a stadium, Philadelphia.
Well, you know what?
What else could be more budget about your city? Now you got a week to prepare. And now you got a power outage. Good job.
Well, you know what? Maybe it needs to be a night game in your Braves. You've been crying for a night game, so now you're gonna get
Hey,
one.
it'll be dark by the time this thing's over, so that's all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you'll get a night game, so you can be happy about your Braves. Or what are they now?
Hey, when the Yankees lose, when the Yankees lose this day game, I won't hear you crying.
Why are you talking about my team losing? I'm talking about your team winning. Why are you talking about my team losing?
Hey, I was just spitting the facts. The cold,
No,
hard facts.
that is not what you were
yesterday
saying.
Is
No.
that the American League gets days off and the National League does not.
All I know is you talking about my Yankees, and I didn't say nothing about your Braves. Did I say anything bad about your Braves about them losing? I said you'd be happy that's a night game, and what are you talking about? No, your Yankees losing. I want you to hear you crying. Really? That's okay, man. I see how you are. Big 12 games tomorrow, Drew. I'm excited about what's happening in the Big 12. There are some big games tomorrow. Are you excited about any of them?
I am. I mean, I think the Big 12 probably has the best slate of games of any conference. I mean, I'd put it right up against the SEC for this week.
And speaking of games, did you watch that disaster last night that Baylor put on against West Virginia? What in the world, bro?
Yeah, I tell you what, Nebraska needs to maybe tap the brakes on going after Aranda because they don't play defense either.
Dude, wow.
I mean, you can't let West Virginia score 43 points on you.
Wow. And getting kicks blocked back, getting a field goal, you go in scoring position, and they turn it the other way. Instead of you getting 3, you give up 7. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, Baylor, they started out good, but I guess, when the rubber met the road, they were not ready. Is what it looks like. Because that is just a mess. But tomorrow, Iowa State, Texas, who do you like, and what do you think? What is your spread? What do you like?
Iowa State getting the 17 points. That's a lot of points. Texas coming off OU. You know, they've been partying all week. I doubt they've even had a real practice. Who knows what they've done down there with Sarkeesian. But I love Iowa State getting the 17 points. I think that's way too many. And
That's a lot of
Texas
points.
needs to be on Texas needs to be on upset alert.
Well, Texas can't score, first of all.
Yeah. Against OU they can score.
Oh, they scored. He's like they scored last week.
Yeah. They
Oh, my
hang
God.
half 100 on OU.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. I think Texas can score, but Iowa State can't score. They just can't score. And,
No, they rely on their defense, and I look for that game to be ugly.
yeah,
And but like I said, you know, that's always a letdown spot for Texas and OU. That's why I'm really surprised that OU's a 9-point favorite. But
yeah, well,
everybody out there,
it's the backup, but I'm going to the game in the morning, so I'm going to be supporting the Sooners. So I'm going to the game with our boy
we're
Dave
Sooners. They're
Duduff.
not my Sooners. They're
Well,
not my Sooners.
you know what I mean. I mean the
Yep.
Sooners. The Sooners. You know what I mean. I didn't mean yours because we know you're a big red. You're the other big red. You're the
The
big
real
red.
big
The
red.
real big red. Whatever. But anyway, KU and I still KU is a fake 19th ranked team in the country. I think that's a bunch of
Well,
crap. But
I definitely think now that without their quarterback,
yeah,
I mean, that's big. That's a huge loss for them. I mean, I know he looked good last week, but that other kid was in the Heisman talk.
yeah, he was, and it's just going to be ugly. I think what happens with that. Then of course OSU and TCU. Man, what a game this is going to be. Drew down in Fort Worth tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I'd really like to go to that one. That'd be a good time down there.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I don't want. I'm done driving.
If it wasn't for Alabama Tennessee being on, I think that might have been called game day.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have Alabama and Tennessee at the nighttime game. I would think that would be the game you'd want at night.
Well, that's CBS there. That's SEC contract, so they're not gonna move it off of CBS.
No, they're not going to do that, but I'm saying CBS, that's one of those deals where you need to have that a nighttime game. You know what I'm saying? That's a big game, but I agree with you 100% as far as that's concerned.
That's a huge game for Tennessee too. I mean, that's a program changing game. I mean, they got Alabama at home. They're a little banged up. Who knows what quarterback Alabama's going to play? Tennessee's got all the momentum. Huge recruiting weekend.
Yeah,
But
you know
you know
they got
what?
all their recruits in. You know that.
Oh yeah, bringing them in on the boats on the Chattahoochee, parking right next to Neyland Stadium. I mean, it's going to be it's going to be a hell of an experience for a recruit down there. Just hope they don't get beat by 50.
Yep. Penn State and Michigan. That's going to be the first game. I mean, that's going to be a game. I think it's going.
We're gonna find out in that game who's for real and who's not. This is a prove it to me weekend for a lot of teams. Who's really got the goods and who doesn't.
Yep. And because you have NC State, Syracuse, Mississippi State, Kentucky. And
You know, I was listening to a deal on NC State Syracuse this morning. I tell you what, I didn't realize, how good that Syracuse defense has been playing. And, they run the ball well. That might be a sneaky game for Syracuse against NC State.
yeah, I agree 100%. Syracuse, they've been playing really well. And NC State, I think they've been a faker all year. I've not been on their bandwagon.
They're just Jekyll and Hyde. You don't know what you're going to get from them.
Yeah, I know. I've not been on their side all year long. SC, Utah. That's the night game, right?
Yeah, that's a night game on Fox. I've said Utah all year in that game, and I'm going to stay with Utah. I think it's something Utah would do with to lay an egg last week and then go out there this week and beat USC.
Yeah, we thought that they would be able to do it. I thought that USC –
Utah
was in trouble.
This honestly is USC's toughest game of the whole year. So
until UCLA. The UCLA game is not going to be any cakewalk.
No, what I'm saying to date, this is USC's toughest game of the year.
Yes, to date, yes, it is. I agree 100% with that. There's not going to be any doubt. But this could very well decide. Well, no, that's because if USC beats Utah, If Utah beats USC, SC
And then
beats
USC
UCLA.
beats UCLA. You're gonna and then you got Oregon sitting in there too. You could have a four-way tie at the top of the
Well, hasn't
Pac-12.
Oregon's already lost, though, haven't they?
Just one loss
Yeah, they have none of
to
those.
Utah.
That's right. They've lost to Utah, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I wonder how do you? I guess that's a tiebreaker thing on who beat who because SC. Well, well, they have USC that hasn't played yet, so you'll have. My thing is this: I think SC will beat Oregon. The question is,
I don't figure out where that. I don't know where that game's being played, but that'll make a huge difference where
yep,
it's being played.
yep. And UCLA, it doesn't matter where they play. They probably want to play on the road because they have more fans. They have the same number of fans on the road that they do at home supporting them. So it's irrelevant whether they play at home or the road. It's still the same. The opposing team has more fans, and that's just pathetic. The UCLA student body should be ashamed of themselves. You know, at least y'all go support your team. You know what I mean? At least they should go. The Mississippi State Kentucky game, I think is going to be good because I want to see what Mike Leach can do against Stoops. You know, it's not like these people don't know each other, and that's the thing about conference rivals. You know what the other team does and does not do.
Yeah, USC does not play Oregon this year
Oh, they don't.
unless they play them in the Pac-12 championship game.
But UCLA does, I take it.
I can tell you real quick.
Well, you should pull up Oregon's schedule.
Yeah, I pulled up USC's schedule. UCLA plays at Oregon next weekend.
Oh, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. You know, the game is going to surprise me, really. It's Clemson and Florida State. I think that game right there, to me, is going to say a lot about who Clemson is because you and I both agree Florida State might have something to say about that in Tallahassee.
Yeah, it's a sneaky game. I've gone back and forth on that game. I'll probably just play the under and stay away from it. 3.5, that magic number, and it's bounced back and forth on it. So we'll see.
Yeah. What do you think, Penn State and Michigan? What's the numbers on that?
7.5.
Michigan?
It hadn't really moved all week. It's been sitting right at 7. And that's like I said, nobody really knows. I mean, Penn State blew out Auburn, but they struggled against Northwestern. So they're kind of a Jekyll and Hyde team. I want to see. That's a prove-it game to me. I think it might be too many points. I think that game might be close. So we'll see.
And it's in Michigan, so that's going to be the whole thing. It's at Ann Arbor.
11 a.m. start. Michigan's a Fox big game of the week.
Shocking.
For the fourth week in a row.
Shocking.
Fourth time.
And all of them, I mean, they love. I tell you, man, the people at Fox, they're Michigan grads. I'm telling you, they're alumni. They got to be.
Media babies.
Got to be alumni deal for that. We're going to take another quick break, Drew. Then we're going to talk about NFL schedule. And, of course, the last thing we're going to talk about is those Cowboys and Eagles. And so we're going to talk about that. But want to let everybody know we are at Cutting Up Barbershop and Salon, 35 Northeast 36, 405-524-6100. They are closed Sundays and Mondays. And then they're open Tuesday through Fridays from 9 to 6, on Saturdays 9 to 4. They close early and they're trying to get out of here, so I guess if you call them and offer them an extra $1 or $2, they might stay up and be open a little late on Saturday. Is that about right, Sean? Yeah. And then, of course, you come in and see. Huh?
He finally turned around and looked at it. I said, man, get 2 hands off the wheel, man.
Oh, anyway, that's the guys back there talking. And, of course, you know, our weekly sponsorships, remote live streams at Black, minority, and women-owned businesses is brought to you by YNB, family-owned and operated since 1912.
The bank that makes things happen.
Yes,
Get in there and see them for a car loan or a home loan or a golf cart or an RV or rental property. They do it all down there. Go in there and see them.
Go in and see them. And, of course, they are an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC. Or you can go online and pre-qualify at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. And so we want to thank them for their sponsorship and allowing us to get out and about to the Black women and minority-owned businesses in OKC area. Now the NFL schedule this week, Drew. Niners, Falcons.
Oh, let's
Look,
see. I
you
like the
already
Niners
know.
to
You
win that.
already know what he said. You already know what Key said.
I like the Niners to win that game, but is that what time does that game start? Let
That's
me
a
look
noon
here.
start. Noon on
Yeah,
Fox.
see, that's a 5.5. Might be too many there, but that's a scary little line right there. You'd think the Niners would be favored by more than that because Atlanta's terrible.
Yeah, Atlanta is
So
terrible, and but it's in Atlanta.
I
It's
think
in Atlanta.
let me take the Falcons plus the 5.5 there.
Oh, you're gonna take the Falcons plus 5.5. I'm gonna take the Niners. I think the Niners will shut them down on that. And we already know who you're taking, Key. So we're not asking you. We already know who you're taking on that. Patriots and the Browns at the Browns noon start.
Give me. I'll tell you what. Why don't you give me the under 43 in that game?
You gonna take the under? Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
believe. I think the Patriots will get it done. Bill Belichick knows everything about Jacoby Brissett, and
2.5.
it's 2.5.
Yeah.
Man, 2.5, huh? Okay, well, give me give me the Patriots and Zappy. Zappy, I like that. Jets, Packers. Jets at the
Uh,
Packers. That's a noon start as well.
I might have to go with the Jets Mets plus the 7.5.
Yeah, I think what is the spread?
7.5.
Ooh, that's a lot. I don't know. Well, our boy Aaron Rodgers is on fire. He's gonna be pissed off about what happened last week. I think the Packers are gonna handle their business, but I'll agree with you. I'll take the Jets in that 7.5. Jaguars, Colts.
What is anybody even gonna watch that game?
Well, it's a noon start on CBS, but the CBS
The
games, the
Give me
noon
the Colts laying the 2.
man, I just never know which coach. At some point, they're gonna have to turn it around. I just don't know when.
They've
Viking.
been bad a long time. They've been bad since
Well, last year
since.
they were not bad. Remember, they should have won. They were picked to win the playoff, and Carson Wentz choked last
I'll
year.
give you an update here. You got bottom of the 8th. The Yankees got the bases loaded and going to a pitching change for the Indians slash
Let's go,
Guard
Yankees. Let's go. Let's handle that business.
Guard Indians.
You have the Guard Indians. The Vikings, Dolphins. Vikings at the Dolphins at noon.
Well, give me the Vikings. The Dolphins are falling apart.
Yeah, because I think
Although that's going to be humid down there, outdoors. Vikings usually struggle outdoors. They're not the same team, not under the dome, but I
who's
just
who's
can't beat a
favored in
belief.
that game? Dolphins.
The Dolphins, Minnesota is a 3.5 point favorite.
Wow, they love that half a point, don't they?
Yeah, that's your magic number.
That half a point. I'm still going to take the Dolphins. I think the Vikings. The fans are just Teddy Bridgewater. He doesn't want to run. He's got to move. He's not a pocket
Scared to
guy.
run.
He just not. Bengals at the Saints. Also a noon game.
Well, I just don't know. Give me the Bengals -3.
Yeah,
Saints are terrible.
dude. Jameis Winston. What? Dude, so many of these guys great in college, they go to the pros, and he's just been a mess. Except when Sean Payton was his coach. Sean
Yep.
Payton got him where he needed to be, but without Sean, he's in trouble. Ravens at the Giants, also a noon start.
Give me the Ravens all day. They're going to beat up that quarterback.
Yeah, I agree. The Ravens, they're my fourth-ranked team in defense, or fourth-ranked overall team.
Game back now. Sorry, another Sports Center update here. Braves Phillies delayed 30 minutes. Start is 3:57.
They're going to get that done, man. They're going to get it done.
Kidding me, Philadelphia? Good Lord.
They'll be fine, man. Don't worry about it. Everything happens. Stuff happens when it comes to technical stuff. Stuff
all your
happens.
fans make it from their grandma's house back to the game. Get off the couch and out from the parents' basement. Come on. Sorry.
Well, you're gonna love the Philly fans are gonna love you, man. But I
Mm-hmm.
think, that, like we said, the Giants 4-1. I think that nonsense comes to an end.
See the Phillies beat writers on Twitter last night saying that the Braves tomahawk chop is the most disgusting thing in sports,
Wow,
and
is it
that
really?
yeah, and they said they should be ashamed. This guy was just going off on him, and one of the Atlanta guys chimed back in. It's like, well, it must be working.
It must be working. Buccaneers and the Steelers.
Give me the Bucks, and that line's big too. But I tell you what, Steelers +10, but God, they let me down last week,
But
and
I'm
the
gonna say
Bucks
this.
let me.
Yeah, remember though, that was Kenny Pickett's first game. He did not play that bad overall, Drew. You know what
The
I'm
Bucks
saying?
deep Bills.
Yeah, but I mean, when they got, the whole thing is this: T.J. Watt or no T.J. Watt. Should they bring you back or just let him stay and just rehab for the rest of the year?
Right.
He's gonna want to come back and play. There's no way he's gonna stay off the whole year.
Uh,
There's no way.
if 1-5, you don't bring him back.
Yep. Panthers at the Rams.
Give me the Rams.
I agree. 3 o'clock game.
And that will be the backup quarterback for the Panthers' first start.
Yeah, well, he's the third team quarterback, right?
Yeah, Mayfield's out.
Mayfield is, yeah, he's gone. Dude,
Yeah,
he may be done. Period.
it could be. He could be back in Oklahoma, peddling air conditioners with Jason White pretty soon. Just
Be
see him
nice, brother.
open up a little rib shack, selling air conditioners, doing quarterback.
You're brutal, bro. You are absolutely brutal. But you know what? I was never a Baker Mayfield fan in the first place. So that's
Line
just.
drive, Indians out of the inning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, going to the ninth.
My Yankees may be in trouble, brother.
Hit it right on the screws, right at him.
Cardinals, Seahawks.
Cardinals, Seahawks. You know what? I rode the Cardinals last week, and they treated me pretty good. I'm going to stay away from the spread in this game and give me the over 50 in that game. High
Seahawks.
scoring affair. Neither team plays much defense. And give me the over 50 in the Cardinals Seahawks.
What is the spread?
Spread is Arizona -2.5.
I'll take the Cardinals. I think they'll beat the Hawks, and I do agree with you in the over. I think that'll be a good number. Okay, here's the two games. This is what I love about the NFL. They get you all pumped up because
Uh,
you have the Bills, Chiefs, and then it's the 3 o'clock game, and then the Cowboys, Eagles. But then you have Broncos, Chargers, which when you looked at the schedule at the beginning of the year, that was going to
yep,
be nasty. Now it's like, okay, Bills, Chiefs, that's going to be a great game. Cowboys, Eagles, great game, back to back to end Sunday.
yep.
Who do you like?
Love the
Pat,
Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs plus the 2.5 points. And I think they beat the Bills outright. Wrong team's favorite in that game.
do you know that?
It's if it was in Buffalo, I'd take Buffalo, but I think that home field advantage is a really big deal.
Well, the fact
So
that this is Patrick Mahomes' first time ever being an underdog at Arrowhead says a lot right there.
yeah,
And he's 7-0-1 when it comes to that. So we'll see how that works. But I believe it's going to be a great game because remember, last year the Bills destroyed the Chiefs during the regular
yeah,
season. And I thought, okay, that means absolutely nothing because they were mad about what happened being beaten in the AFC Championship game. So I figured that they were going to come and destroy the Chiefs. But I think the Chiefs have something to prove, and we know the big. But I think the Chiefs' defense is going to be the key, don't you?
I do. Both those defenses are a little underrated. And Buffalo's got a good defense too, and they get after the pass rusher. But you know, Allen's a little loose with the football up there, and he's going to try. He's been known to force some passes, and I just think that's going to be a great game. But I in my right mind can't give Patrick Mahomes points. So give me the points, and I'll take the Chiefs.
Yeah, me too. Uh, Eagles, boys.
Man, that's just pulling on all my heartstrings. But I tell you, it's a tough spot for Dallas. They're on the road, night game in Philly. this Philly Super Bowl basically for them. Um, if they can stay in it in the first quarter and not turn the ball over, keep the score down, 10-6, 13-7, something like that. They're not going to win a high scoring game with the Eagles. Um, it's going to have to be in the high teens, low 20s. But Dallas's defense has proved people wrong all year, and I think that they'll shut the run down, and I think they'll make Hurts try to beat him with his legs. And if you can, then tip your cap and you go on down the road. You look for the rematch on Christmas Eve, and hopefully you're at full strength with Dak, and you go from there. And also that little sneaky injury you got, Parsons is hurt too, so we'll
Yep.
see what happens if he plays.
Yeah, Parsons is hurt, but the thing is this: with the game to really, I think that, the Dallas defensive line against the Eagles offensive line is going to be the whole story.
Yeah, and Dallas, 6.5 is the line, and that's probably right on it. It'll be a tight game. I think their Dallas defense will keep them in the game. Now, can the QB2 for Dallas make some plays
Can the
against
game
that Philly?
manager? Can the game
Yep,
manager Cooper Rush?
that's what he's got to do. He's just got to run the ball, get the ball to tight end, get the ball to CeeDee Lamb, get the ball to Michael Gallup. Get it. Don't try to do anything fancy. Don't lose the game. Basically, guess what I'm getting to.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are saying that the Cowboys have not played against the offensive line yet, so that's going to have a lot to do with it. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, a lot of haters out there. A lot of haters.
Yep, I agree with that. But what a game I'm looking forward to Sunday afternoon. I mean,
They're
this
four
weekend,
and one. Now, what offensive line have the Eagles played?
defensive line, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, agreed.
uh,
I'm with you on that
nobody.
one. All I know is this is going to be a fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about Monday Night Football and just get it out of the way, Drew.
Well,
Broncos,
hopefully
Chargers.
Jose by Monday night has my shirt. That start. We'll go with that. I
Hey, you
think the
know what?
Broncos.
We need to all get together on Monday and see where Jose's at and have him come meet us. We all need to sit out and watch that game together.
We can do that.
He had on his Broncos stuff he had a Broncos hoodie on last night. Talking about the Broncos are going to go to the Super Bowl, just like they did the last time.
Bad spot, and what a great night in San Diego. I mean, what a great weekend. You got Dodgers Padres on Friday,
Friday,
Saturday, and then Monday night you get the Monday night game, and what a nice little 3 days out there.
Yeah, it is. And San Diego, what a wonderful place that is. You and I both love San Diego. There's no question. I tell you what, I'm excited about. You got Major League Baseball today. Then you got college football, great games tomorrow. Sunday we got a great slate of games, and then Monday night we come back with baseball again on Monday. So I'm excited about this coming around. Plus,
you possibly have a couple game fives on Monday.
yep,
So
and then of course the NBA starts Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday the NBA starts. So we're gonna be able to talk
Lakers,
about that.
Warriors Tuesday night. Got a great slate of games all week long in the NBA.
Yeah, and then we're gonna start adding in hockey. My guy started talking. He goes, "Hey man, what about hockey?" I go, "Yeah, okay, we'll do it. We'll have you come on
Talk a
Mondays."
little hockey. I got a guy I can bring in talk a little hockey.
Yep.
He's a Blues guy. I won't hold that against him.
Yeah.
We might be able to get him on for a little 5-minute hockey segment.
Yeah, we got it. We got our guy. He's gonna come in. He's gonna talk on Monday. So
All right.
he played hockey, and great guy. So we're gonna have him come on, and he's gonna talk. I told him, I said we'll do Mondays and Fridays for him, so he can talk a little hockey. Start of the week and end of the week. I don't think we want to talk about it during the middle of the week. We don't really care that much, but we gotta give him some love, don't we, Drew?
Maybe we give him 2 nights once it hits the playoffs, because I will give him that hockey playoffs are probably the best playoffs.
Right. We have to do that. I agree 100%.
I mean, the sudden death stuff in hockey playoffs is fun to watch, even if you don't like hockey. It's fun.
Yeah, I agree. Well, all right, brother. Love you.
And then we're just 35 days out from the World Cup.
Yep.
So, Jose needs to get it together. I want to hear some picks out of Jose. I want to hear some facts. I want to hear who the favorites are.
Oh, Jose wants to talk about. He only wants to talk about you. We have to talk about USA only with him.
But we can talk about the USA. But let's be honest here. Let's be honest. The USA's not going to win it.
They're not going to get close. Okay? No, they're young.
So we need to know who the favorites are.
I agree. We'll get that done for sure. and we'll be on it. So, but anyway, brother, I appreciate you. Let's have a good one. Stay out
Yeah.
of trouble, and I'll hit you up.
HuskerDrewPicks.com. Go Big Red.
That's my boy Drew Henthorne of HuskerDrewPicks.com. Finishing up today, and I want to thank my guy for coming on and saving me on this last birthday of my birthday week. I am done. Ready to get some rest, get my hair cut. Got to go to the OU game tomorrow. We want to thank our guy Keith for allowing us to come here to Cutting Up Barbershop. If you haven't been, you should. They're there at 35 Northeast 36th Street, 405-524-6100. Open Tuesday through Fridays from 9 to 6, Saturdays 9 to 4. You can come in and... What? Wow.
Pick OU to cover this weekend.
Oh, my God. There's Chris right there. He had to come. Oh, you finally coming in and joining us.
Well, pick OU to cover.
Oh, my God, bro.
Good pick.
Oh, Lord.
Mark it today. Mark it today.
Oh, is that what we're doing? We're marking it today?
OU to cover.
Oh, Lord. Well, I'm going to be at the game tomorrow, so we'll see how that works out. But anyway, want to thank these guys for allowing us to come in, and